My best friend of the last decade helped a girl cheat on the father of her 1-year-old daughter, and I'm having difficulty reconciling the person I knew with the person he's being. For the last decade I thought we were on the same page morally, ethically, etc., and he knows how much I hate cheating and associated actions. My own family was torn apart by cheating when my parents divorced. And yet here we are. He helped this girl cheat and is refusing to take any responsibility for his actions. Makes excuses at every turn. Best part is he rents a room from me in my condo. While I don't want to be a complete asshole and kick him out, I don't necessarily want to be around him anymore. Honestly, I have to have a buzz from alcohol before I can even tolerate his presence. I know it's probably overkill, but that's how much I hate cheating and how much I can't stand the people that participate in cheating. I don't know if the friendship is able to be salvaged, and I don't know if I want to salvage anything. Edit. Wow, okay, so my update post blew up and the comments ended up here. I tried to keep things somewhat vague as if my former roommate or the girl use Reddit. But screw it. To answer some of the questions, yes, he pursued this girl while she was still in the relationship. Yes, I was involved because he brought the situation into my home before she split from the child's father. This was after I had made it clear that my home was not to be used for their affair. And lastly, this guy and I were basically brothers. We'd been friends for the last 10 years and roommates for the last 5. We were pretty entwined in each other's lives, and the whole situation sucked by the end update, so I know not many people read the original post, but I figured I'd give an update anyway. After trying to talk to my friend through October and the beginning of November, I finally threw in the towel when he started being a dick on the first anniversary of my father's death. I kicked him out of my place and have had zero contact since. While it hurt to cut off a friendship that had lasted as long as ours did, ultimately I think it's for the best. It's been 26 days since my last drink and I'm feeling more confident every day. I've discovered other friends that have been quietly supporting me and realized they were better friends than my now former roommate. Story 2. Me and Dan have been together for 3 months now and they haven't been very smooth. I often feel like I'm pulling the relationship forward by initiating almost all sexy times, a lot of the events, and supporting him in his choices even though I don't always stand behind them. He disagrees and tells me I just don't see his initiatives because I focus on the negative in him. He is depressed, or shows many signs, as I have been depressed myself. I know the thoughts and the behavior. He doesn't feel a thing of happiness and isn't enthusiastic anymore about a lot and lowers his mass with me, which I want him to be able to do with me. It is absolutely exhausting when I haven't seen him in 1-5 weeks to have made the bed, bought treats and beer he likes, putting on exciting music he likes, and getting myself in a nice piece of underwear to be rejected by him laying in bed with his eyes closed and unable to interact with me or talk with me because he is just tired and doesn't show any appreciation. Now we are working on this, but it's been draining me and not wanting me to visit him as often, because I have a very heavy study load at the moment where I really need my sleep and sanity. He is going into therapy after the doctor will send him through. So he has acknowledged the problems, which is great. But he just told me last weekend he'll leave next Friday. At first it was 2 weeks to go away to Berlin to unwind and work on himself. Which I accepted, because I wanted what he thought was best for him. Then it would be suddenly with 2 of his mates. Which I hardly accepted because, well, this would be to work on himself, and why not with me but with them? Then it would be to Finland, where his ex lives of 6 months ago. Then it would be for 2 months, so missing Christmas and New Year's Eve together. I cannot accept this and I asked for some space. Right now we are on a break and we'll see each other Thursday before he leaves. I'm devastated because I gave it my all and now he just leaves me to work on himself, in the country of his ex, with his 2 mates for 2 months, which just does not make any sense. He is literally running away from his problems and the relationship, leaving me. He knows how important this Christmas is for me. He knew how important my birthday was a month ago, but he didn't get me anything then as well. What should I do really, because I do love the guy. He is good by heart and he is very sweet and tries his best, but this? Really? I tried so hard because I like him that much. He cried when I talked about the break and he doesn't want to lose me, I'm amazing, etc. I deserve better and he understands my choice. TL. DRBF of 3 months will leave for 2 for his own mental health, with his 2 best single mates to the country where his ex lives. I can't accept this and initiated a break till I know what to do about this situation. Any advice is more than welcome. Update: I broke up with him 2 days ago. Last night is the first time I slept well again. I've listened to your advice, friends and families included, and they all said I deserved more than I was getting. In the end, he told me the reason for the breakup would be that I expect too much and he can't give me that, but maybe a more emotional person would be able to. Expectations would be excitement to see me and wanting to do things with me. I also expected something for my birthday and to be together for Christmas. Guys, really, I asked for too much. Someone that you love and care for saying that can really screw with your morals. So I was very unhappy. In the end, even a dog would give me more than my partner ever did. I'm very happy Reddit helped me through this decision, and I believe it's the right one. My mind knows this, but my heart is still hurting quite a lot. He cried the whole time and was very sad about it all, but couldn't accept that this was really due to his actions and or lack of them, but that I wanted too much in a relationship and I should work on myself for that, according to him. I actually didn't cry anymore and haven't since saying the final goodbye. The reason why he didn't get me a birthday present was also that he didn't think I should always get things my way. He would have been happy for me to just be there for his birthday, so I should be happy too with him being there. Could you give me some tips to keep me happy and distracted from the heartache during COVID? Story 3. My husband and I have been together almost 8 years, married for 2.5 of those. Last May, 2019, we separate seemingly overnight. He left me and our toddler and moved back to his hometown. There was never a solid reason given, just that he felt we should have never gotten married. In July, he changed his tune and wanted to be a family again. He was still at his job in his hometown, so I decided I would ride it out at my job in a different city for a couple of months to build my resume and then start looking for other jobs in his hometown. After 6 months of a brutal commute, taking care of our child during the week by myself and driving to his hometown every weekend, interviewing, basically bending over backwards, I finally landed a great job in December. A week before I was to move into the new house we were buying together and start my new job, I found out he had been having an affair. He begged and pleaded for me to stay with him, said he'd break off all contact, and I foolishly agreed to give him another chance. 2 days later, while I was back in the different city and completing my last week of work at my old job, he unblocked her on everything and liked her pictures on Instagram. I was devastated. On top of that shit show, he kicked me out of the house we were supposed to move in together, and I had to find a new place to live 2 days before starting my new position. We have lived separately ever since. He has said and done so many hateful things in this time period, and said so many times that he wants a divorce that I've lost count. Up until a month ago he was still maintaining contact with her. I saw her car at his house, took pictures for the lawyers, etc., and he admitted he had been talking with her still. I stopped doing the pick me dance about a month ago and stopped reaching out to him besides contact about our child. Now he has suddenly changed his tune and is desperate to get me back and will do anything. He has unfollowed her on everything. Unliked all her pictures. Tells me not to give up on our family. I've moved on. I am not interested in pursuing another relationship with him. He's hurt me deeply and I feel like I've been fucked over by him so many times that I've lost count. How can I tell him there isn't a chance without sounding like a completely heartless person? I still want to be able to maintain a strong co-parenting relationship with him, so I am friendly to him, but he seems to take that as I want him back. I have relayed to him my feelings, but they fall on deaf ears. He says he will never stop trying to get our family back together and does not want a divorce. I do. Does anyone have advice? TLDR, husband cheated and left me, was adamant he wanted a divorce, now when I want one too he changes his tune. Edited to add, just to show the kind of person he is, when I asked him about the reason for his sudden change of heart, he said it was because I seemed stronger. Ah, the irony. Honestly, a big thank you to the prick for yanking the rug under my feet not once, but twice, because I truly have realized how much better I can do and how I don't need anyone but myself to have a happy life. Second edit, seriously, thank you to everyone who has read my story and commented. You have no idea how much it's helping me to focus on myself and realize I need stop considering the feelings of someone who had no consideration of mine. I only hope that anyone who is in a similar situation realizes that you can and you do move on. And I promise that you will feel like a 10,000-pound weight has been lifted off your back. Third edit, he is being served papers in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Guarantee the "I've changed" mask slips off. I hope I'm wrong, but I've learned all too well that my gut feelings are usually spot on. Hopefully I'll be back with an update in a few months with the good news that the split is official. 8 months later, well, turns out my gut instincts were right. The entire time he was begging for another chance and promising this time would be different, eye roll, he was still sleeping with the affair partner and telling him he loved her and would do anything to make it work with her. It didn't even hurt me to find it out. I was that unsurprised. It just helped me stop feeling guilty. I divorced his ass. I thank the universe every day that he is no longer connected to me in a romantic way. It feels like an enormous weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Shortly after my original post, I met someone by chance at a wedding and fell in love. This person is everything my ex-husband was not. The kindness, compassion, and respect they show not just me, but to my daughter as well, is like something from a dream. I never knew love could be so easy. To anyone in a loveless marriage reading this, leave. Do the hard thing, especially if they have a pattern of leaving, returning, cheating, etc. Lord knows I was terrified to cut the cord. At one point in time I was actually starting to feel bad for the guy because he was begging me every single day for another chance. He tried to convince me that getting a divorce would ruin my future, our daughter's future, that she would come from a broken family, but it was the exact opposite. It was broken already and I fixed it. Once I made up my mind that divorce was the best option, I absolutely thrived. I learned independence. I found how to be happy on my own. I found happiness in a partner. Life has never been so sweet. The bad shit makes the good shit so much better. Thank you, Reddit, for the support on my original post. It helped turn my graveyard into a garden. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to connect with each other in the comments below. Until next time, be kind, be curious, and I'll catch you in the next video. Corner Stories signing off.